Alright, so in this lesson, we'll modify the content of the education column. Is there anything in common between education, children, and pets? Yes, all three variables represent categorical data containing integers. Children and pets indicate how many kids or pets a person has precisely, whereas education is a feature where the numbers do not have numeric meaning. Therefore, we will leave the last two columns untouched. That said, our task would be to transform education into a dummy variable. The map function will help us do that. So, what values are stored in the education column? Instead of scrolling down the table trying to guess whether we'll only see 1s, 2s, or 3s, we can apply Python's unique method. And this sounds familiar, doesn't it? Implementing the unique method to education shows us that this column contains only the values 1, 3, 2, and 4. How should we interpret these? The answer reflects the methodology used for creating this dataset. 1 means that a person has high school education only and does not hold any higher degree. 2 means the individual has a graduate education. 3 stands for postgraduate, and 4 that they are a master or a doctor in a given scientific field. Now, using the pandas value_counts method applied to a series object, such as the education column from our data frame, allows us to see that the value 1 has been encountered 583 times, while 2, 3, and 4 can be found 73, 40, and 4 times respectively. Basically, what this means is that nearly 600 people have high school education only, while just above 100 have a better degree than that. Therefore, separating between graduate, postgraduate, and doctor degrees becomes less relevant for this study, and it would make sense to combine these in a single category. Technically, this should be done by overriding the content of the education column. After typing .map and opening parentheses, we must insert a dictionary whose key value pairs will be composed of the existing numbers that'll act as keys, and the new numbers, which will stand for the values. For instance, up to this point, only high school graduates had been marked with the value of 1, but we want to substitute this value with 0. So, after the parentheses, we can map 0 in the place of 1 by opening braces, as we should do every time when using a dictionary, and writing 1:0. Then, after a comma separator, we can continue the logic of substituting the other existing values with the value of 1 by typing 2:1, 3:1, 4:1. Finally, we need to close the braces and the parentheses. It is very important to note that we must set all values found within the education column as keys in this dictionary. If we set a different number of keys than the number of values we have, the map method would misbehave and assign some values wrongfully, or it could display NaN, standing for not a number, which will pose problems to the next steps of our analysis. That's why, when using the map method, it is extremely important to take care of assigning new values to all currently existing values. Having said that, let's execute these two code cells. The output obtained is a proof we've worked correctly, since the values in the education column are 0s or 1s only. Fantastic! In this video, we modified the content of the education column successfully and explained why the numeric columns children and pets should be left untouched. In our next lesson, we will conclude the entire data pre-processing part of this exercise. Please don't miss it, as what we say there will be very useful for the next steps of the analytic process. Thank you for watching.